Hey guys, what's up and welcome to a new League of Legends video. Now this one is going to be different than the usual ones you see on my channel, well kind of. But for this one, it's extra special. When I say extra, I mean extra special. Extra spicy special because apparently someone, I don't know who, obviously it's someone called Pagina on Reddit. Maybe a ex-RAD employee or someone that maybe, I don't know, got fired. I have no idea. I generally don't know who he is, but he just leaked, apparently leaked a whole bunch of shit, a bunch of skins, a bunch of reworks for the tank class update, the next champion that's going to be released, or potentially the next champion, or one of the next few champions that get released as well. And I mean, there's just a lot of extremely juicy information that I want to essentially just go over with you guys because I personally thought this was insanely interesting. I mean, I feel like a lot of people love leaks, you know? Leaks are always just really fun, except this one is... this is just over the top. This is just a bunch of, just an absolute bunch of shit just leaked. So for the first things, we're going to talk about the skins. So Cosmic Reaver, Master Yi. So the Cosmic Reaver skin, if you don't know, there's a Cosmic Reaver casting you can see here. So essentially think of this, but for Master Yi. Apparently is coming out. Next, we also have Pulsefire Caitlyn. I mean, you guys know the Pulsefire skins, I'm sure. So let me go ahead and show you guys very quickly here. Pulsefire Ezreal, let's say. Pulsefire Ezreal is like a really common one. And that was like one of the first actual, like, you know, huge skins that came out for League of Legends. So that's this one right here. Let's go ahead and do that right there. So essentially this one's gonna be coming out for Caitlyn as well, which is pretty cool. She's gonna have like a bunch of, I assume, transformation throughout the game as she levels up and ranks her ultimate up. So this is gonna be apparently a legendary skin, which I'm not sure if this was a legendary. I'm pretty sure this was like an ultimate skin or something like that. But regardless, it will be a legendary skin for Caitlyn. Following that, we also have apparently 2 Star Guardian skins coming out. One for Ezreal, which is questionable, honestly. Star Guardian Ezreal, I mean, you know, interesting. And then you have Star Guardian Sinja, so I don't know. The Star Guardian skin that I think we all want to see is definitely this one right here, Star Guardian URGOT. That's what we all want to see. That's going to be the spicy thing. But speaking of URGOT, we'll talk about him in just a bit because apparently his rework also got leaked. Just literally everything got leaked. It's absolutely just ridiculous. Following that, we have Darkstar Kha'Zix and Darkstar Orianna. That could be pretty cool. I'm actually really excited to see both of those skins because the Darkstar skin theme, you know, we have Varus, we have Thresh, and I think we have one more, but I forgot who. I mean, they are pretty damn cool, right? Like the Darkstar Thresh and Varus skins are just wonderful. So I feel like they could do a lot of really cool things with Kha'Zix and Orianna as well. Following that, we have Angel Blade Riven. Now, Angel Blade, I believe, is actually a completely new line, if you will, of skins. I don't think we have anything called Angel Blade in League of Legends just yet, so that's gonna sound pretty cool. I feel like she's gonna have these wings whenever she pops her ult. These maybe, you know, wings come out, and maybe when she fires her ult, she like flies up and quickly, you know, swings her like blade and everything. That could be pretty cool as well. Demon Blade Yasuo. Now, I'm assuming Demon Blade Yasuo is going to be off of this fan art that was made a long time ago, but whenever you search Demon Blade Yasuo in Google, this is the skin that comes up. So I feel like it might have been inspired from this potentially because a lot of things that Riot release, whether it's skins or even champions, are sometimes inspired by old champion concepts or skins made by, you know, just fans and whatnot, like even years ago. So there's a pretty decent chance that it'll look something very similar to this, which I think is... that looks pretty damn cool, man. And then we have 3 Omega Squad skins, Veigar, Fizz, and Twitch. Now, Omega Squad always seems to be for Yordles, right? I mean, we have one for what? Teemo at the moment? There he is. Omega Squad Teemo, obviously Teemo being a Yordle, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe he's the only Omega Squad skin in League of Legends, right? So, all of these ones, Veigar, Fizz, Twitch, even, I guess... I mean, is Twitch even considered a Yordle? I know Fizz and Veigar technically are Yordles, even though Fizz, if you go completely by the lore, is not technically considered a Yordle, even though he obviously looks like one. Veigar is a Yordle, while Twitch is a rat, so I guess that's kind of random. But regardless, you know, 3 Omega Squad skins coming out as well. Now, obviously, there's no date for when these things are coming out or when these leaks are, you know, supposed to be live, I guess, if you will. But the point is that these are eventually down the line, they will be coming out. But the next thing that's even more interesting are the reworks. So obviously we have the tank update coming out. Now this isn't every single tank class champion update, you know, leaked and, you know, whatnot, but we have 2 of them leaked, and we have 2 reworks leaked as well for URGOT and Evelyn. So the first of which we have MAOKAI's tank updates. First of all, you have a completely new ultimate, which is to be expected, and his sticky bomb and his saplings will become sticky bomb saplings, which I'm curious how that'll work. I mean, if it's anything like, I mean, the first thing I think of when I hear sticky bomb for some reason is Halo. I don't know why. I just think of Halo. So maybe it's going to be something similar to where if you throw the sapling and it actually hits the target, like as it's falling down, it'll just essentially latch onto that target and, you know, it'll explode like 2 seconds later. So it's literally like a sticky bomb, just in the form of a sapling, which I guess is pretty cool. I mean, it's not too far from what it currently does, but I guess that's also the point of these tank class updates, or these just class updates and reworks. So I don't know, that's pretty cool. But I want to skip down to Zaku because he's obviously a part of the tank class update with MAOKAI. So this one's actually really cool. So his E is the same, which is to be expected, as you know, I talked about Zaku in the rework video where, you know, Riot stated what they want to change with him, what they think is good with him. They stated that his E is actually perfectly fine and his passive is perfectly fine. So his E is the same, his passive I'm assuming is the same. His Q on the other hand, they did say they'll change. Can grab two different enemies and slam them together like Spider-Man in the middle. So essentially you just grab two people and you just shove them together in one spot and you CC them down in the exact same area, which can open up to a lot of like really cool follow-up for your team. Because, you know, the point of Zaku's rework is they want to try and make him more of like this annoying displacement champion, right? And to me, this Q sounds literally the perfect example of what a displacement ability can do or can sound like. Following that, we have his ultimate. He becomes a sticky blob that CCs enemies and takes them to a different location. Think Rise ult for enemies. I don't even know what to think about that. That just sounds completely disgustingly broken. I can't even imagine how disgusting that can be, because I mean, he can literally use his Q, put them together. He can engage with a Z, use his Q, slam two people together, and then ult them back to his team. I don't know. That sounds extremely OP. I mean, just based on how it sounds, right? I mean, maybe it doesn't work the way I think it is or the way we think it is currently just off of this, but that sounds like it could be pretty damn disgusting. But I mean, that's the Zaku rework apparently leaked. Not everything, obviously. His W is not leaked at all, so maybe his W is the same, maybe it's different. We don't know, but that's so far what is leaked about him. Then we have the URGOT rework, which is confirmed. The next big champion rework coming up that's not like a class update is going to be URGOT. I'm like 95% sure. Now he's a juggernaut. So he's not going to be this kind of awkward-ass ADC champion. He's going to be an actual juggernaut, which I guess makes a bit more sense. Apparently, he's going to have a long blitz pull to URGOT's stomach with a meat grinder for ultimate. I mean, what? That's really weird. So I'm guessing one of his regular abilities is a very long blitz pull to his stomach, and then his ultimate is a meat grinder. That instantly makes me think of Pudge from Dota, because Pudge literally has a extremely long hook, and then when he brings them in, he essentially just starts chomping down on them, right? He just keeps them in place. They can't move anymore while he's literally eating at them, which sounds really similar to how Pudge works from Dota, which I'm not sure if got inspiration from them. I'm not sure if this is considered one ability or this is two different abilities. Not entirely sure, but regardless, he has shotgun knees, which could be like maybe, you know, his E or something like that. Just nice kind of, you know, in the face damage. And he has a rocket hand, which I'm not sure if that's similar to having a long blitz pull or if that's something completely different. But that's kind of the idea of the URGOT rework. So he is a juggernaut now, which is pretty cool. And then we also have Evelyn, who's another champion that is going to be getting a solo, you know, big update or big rework. The first of which, I mean, she's nearly naked apparently. I mean, okay, I guess it's an interesting visual. Moving shadows for clothes. So I remember in the comments, the person that leaked everything, he made a post saying here, Reddit karma greater than keeping your job at Riot. That's kind of funny. So here he said, they're using the same tool they use for Saul's tail, or rather than Saul's tail, for her clothes covering her privates. They constantly move depending on her movement. When she stealths, she gets covered by the shadow. So I have a Aurelion Sol somewhere around here. So very similar to him. You can see here his tail in the back. You know, it's not really part of his actual champion, I guess, hitbox and whatnot. It's just kind of there, and it's just, you know, a really cool and stylish looking visual that just sort of moves along with Aurelion Sol, right? So something similar like that, but for clothes for Evelyn. So think of it like that, essentially. Two tentacles at her back. I mean, okay, so we got a Lawe version 2 over here. And then a new stealth visual. So unfortunately, not a whole lot of leak information for Evelyn. Maybe she's still very early in development, who knows? But I mean, I don't know. I guess it's pretty interesting. Again, I would have liked to see a bit more information, maybe like an actual ability. But two tentacles in the back, that's just weird. That's not even Evelyn anymore. Like, why would they have two tentacles in the back? That's really stupid. And a new stealth visual mechanic. So I'm not sure if that's implying the current new stealth visual mechanic we have. You know, ever since they changed to having camouflage and invisibility, or something even completely just newer than that. Like something just a completely new mechanic that's not even like that we don't even know about just yet. So I'm not really sure which one it is. But those are the 4 reworks that are leaked, right? 2 of which are being the tank class update, and 2 of them being solo champion updates. Now, the final thing that got leaked as well are new champions. Actually, I think there's more than one champion here. No, just one. In early development, so I'm assuming this one's not coming out for a very, very, very long time, or at least a year or so, I would say. The Harpy and the Phoenix. So it sounds like 2 champions. It's a duo champion. Can play one without the other, right? So it seems like almost like a take on Kindred, if you will, or maybe even Quinn. But it sounds like Kindred to me. But instead of having essentially 2 different champions in one, this one is literally 2 different champions that I'm assuming you can swap between, because the Harpy female is a marksman, while the Phoenix female is a support. I mean, okay, I guess that's interesting. So think humanoid birds. So essentially literally a champion that you can swap between being a marksman and being a support. That sounds really interesting, actually. I'm curious how that would go, because I mean, I would assume this is one champion, right? You don't really like share this with anyone. Like, for instance, in Heroes of the Storm, they have a champion where literally it's one champion, but 2 players control the champion, which is pretty cool. I'm not sure this is going to be like that, where 2 people can control this champion, or if it's literally just one champion that one person controls, but you can swap between being a marksman and a support champion, which sounds pretty busted, actually, but it also sounds really complicated, which I like. I like champions that have a lot of depth to them, so that could be pretty cool as well. I don't know what else to think about this, though. There's not much else, obviously, to say, but I don't know. That's pretty much the leak. So you can see there's a lot of information. I will link this thread down below. Leaked new image of the URGOT rework. I'm actually curious. I didn't even click this yet. Okay. That's pretty troll. Now, okay, that's actually pretty troll. This guy's actually trolling so hard. Nope, his joints have a shotgun, like, and he dwells bonus damage when he's near you. I don't know, guys. There's a bunch of really just completely crazy information. Just I don't understand. This is, what the hell is this, man? Where is this from? I could tell you, but I have to kill you. In the champion, is this champion supposed to be something like Cho'Gall from HOTS? Yeah, but separate beings. Yeah, see, like I said, Cho'Gall. That's the guy from HOTS, Cho'Gall, the one that 2 players can control, which is pretty cool. I don't know. Either way, guys, I am going to link this thread down below so you guys can read it yourself. She was still on early development, but look at my other comment about Eve on this thread. Also, these are all from what I remember. Cameras weren't allowed. Oh my god. So this guy literally went to Riot headquarters, it looks like. So he's not even a Riot employee. Looks like he went to Riot headquarters, found out all this information, remembered it, and then just decided to leak it. I don't get why he would do that. Oh shit. Wait, hold on. How does this work? Like, I can queue up for either champion, or do I queue up as both and alternate? So he said 2 players do control the champion. So apparently 2 players will control that champion, the support / marksman champion, which that's just so interesting, because HOTS literally just released a champion that does that not too long ago, Cho'Gall. So it seems like League of Legends is going to be trying their hand at the same thing and having a champion that literally 2 people can control, which is fucking weird. But either way, guys, a lot of really cool information. Again, I'll link it down below. You guys can check it out for yourself. But let me know what you think about these so-called leaks and how many of them you think are true. Personally, I actually legitimately think this is pretty. I think this is honestly legit. I feel like this is going to be coming out. This makes actually a lot of sense. So let me know what you think down below, guys. If you enjoyed the video, boom, hit it with that like button. Make sure to share this with your friends and all that stuff, because this is some really spicy ass information. But thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't. All that good stuff. And I'll see you for the next video. Peace, 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 peace.